Hey everybody, happy summer. It's me, Mr. B. I just want to give you guys some summer workouts for this summer for scales to help you out with your improvisation. We start next year. So here's the idea. We're going to play our 12 major scales, but we're also going to break up chord tones. So remember the scale is 1 through 8. The chord tone would be 1, 3, 5, and then we're going to do the octave 8. So the way that you practice your scales is the same way that you normally would. So we'll do a C major scale. So that's a scale. Remember to use one articulation, either tongue it or slur it, but don't make it choppy. Don't switch up articulations. The next thing you're going to do is take out the chord tones. So the chord tone 1, 3, 5, and then we're going to do the octave, and we're going to do that 2 octaves. So it will be C, E, G, C, and then once again, we'll go from that middle C and go E, G, C, and then come down. So it'll sound like this. So that way we're practicing our scale and our chord tones. So here's the scale again. Okay, so that's how I would practice your scales with the chord tones. And then you can also do some different chord exercises. So you can do 1, 3, 5 octave, and then go up to the third and go up. So 3, 5, octave 3, then 5, the 1, so 5 octave, 3, 5. So it sounds like this. And you go down. Okay, and so that's another exercise you can do and work up the tempo to that. So that way you're really seeing the chord tone clearly. The next thing you do is to practice your improvisation with that scale is put on a metronome. I'm going to do about 66 beats per minute. So that would be my kind of my cut time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then I can take my chord tones and I can practice just soloing with them. So that way we're adding some application to, why we practice scales and why we practice the chord tones, so that when we see a C major chord change, we can solo over. We have the scale and the chord tones ready. Okay, so the goal is to take that exercise and then do it to all 12 keys. So of course, if I start on C, it's going to go up chromatically to C sharp. So I practice my C sharp scale. And then with my chord tones. And then next one would be D major. Now we're only doing major, and we're only doing the major triad, so you could also take this to dominant 7 scales and chords, and also minor 7 and chord tones. But for right now, just work on those majors and get them really down. So all 12 major scales, chord tones, 1, 3, 5, octave. Don't do the 7 right now, just 1, 3, 5, octave, and then you can do that 2 octaves. Create different exercises just using chord tones, and then stick on the metronome and do some improvisation. Okay, so hopefully that helps. I know it's a lot of information, but just practice those scales. That's the best way to really get a good foundation of improvisation. All right, email me if you guys have any questions. Bye-bye.